So let's take a look at this. SoD raids are meant to be semi-casual. Guilds have started to step into Phase 3 Sunken Temple, which created controversy about its difficulty. The raid has seen a number of nerfs. And senior game producer Grund answered a question regarding this. You know, okay. So basically, the conversation here is how hard should SoD raids be? Actually, first, let's just read what Josh has to say about it. To see what the game developer himself thinks about SoD raiding. He says, very honest, the goal is for very semi-casual guilds to kill SoD raids fairly quickly. Well, it's a limited time. It's a season. You can't have people progressing for 3 months because the next phase is going to be out. Especially these level upgrades. I'm sorry if your guild wants a heroic challenge, but SoD isn't that. I've got to commend Josh here. It is not an easy task to say, sorry, but we're not doing that. But it's a necessary thing to say if you want to make something great. I gave an analogy the other day on stream, but it's very similar to like someone walking into like Lululemon that makes athletic wear. And they're like, excuse me, could I buy a tie and a suit? It is not Lululemon's place to be like, yeah, let's make you a tie and a suit so we have a product to fulfill this customer's desire. It's on Lululemon to say, we sell athletic wear. If you want a suit, go to Men's Warehouse or whatever. But it takes a bit of guts to say, no, this is what we're doing. This is not the product for you. It's hard to say that when someone's coming to you saying, well, this is what I want. It's like, well, we're not doing that. We're doing this. So good for Josh for standing up and saying, I hear you, but we're not doing that. It's a hard thing to do, but a necessary step to make a good game. So good for you, Josh. The raid that went out of last week was very overtuned and far beyond our intent for a variety of reasons. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It was way too hard for the majority of casual guilds to get into SoD. Absolutely. Not to say there won't ever be anything in SoD that's hard, but we don't currently believe the critical path of raiding, clearing the raid each week and getting good gear from it, should be hard in this version of Vanilla Classic. There are other versions of WoW that have very, very difficult content. Retail, Mythic Plus, AOTC, Mythic Raiding, yeah. In fact, there are more versions of WoW than not that have very difficult content. Yeah, even like Wrath of Lich King, stuff like that. As it stands now, both Nomer and even post nerf ST are vastly more challenging and require more coordination than original WoW. That's real and true. The mechanics in Nomer and ST are harder than the mechanics in some of WoW's original classic WoW's like endgame raiding. Yeah. One thing we like about the various flavors of classic is that in many cases the difficulty of raiding vanilla WoW is what players create for themselves by pushing their performance in things like speedruns and the like. Once again, W take. If you want to make it harder, then speedrun it. You want to make it harder, then instead of 20-manning it, go for a 10-man. There's things you can do to push yourself if you want to make it harder. But SoD isn't supposed to be a competitive game mode. If you want a competitive game mode, go play retail, right? There's options for that. Go play Mythic Plus. Go for Race to World first. See if you can clear Mythic rating before Method or before Echo or before Liquid, right? There's options. But trying to make SoD into a competitive thing that it isn't is just gonna kill SoD. So W, Josh, I agree. I think long term we'd like to do better about supporting these types of engagement emergent playstyles. Maybe like a clock, like something to make it like a leaderboard with a clock or something. Yeah. But making raids a brick wall for the average Joe is not the approach we'll take. W. I understand if that may disappoint some folks. Exactly. People will be upset about it. But after several years of watching data around classic player behavior, we don't believe difficult raid content is what players actually want. Yes, I agree. If you're a classic WoW Andy, you are probably 30 to 40 years old, you don't have a ton of time, and you probably want the game to be like relatively easy but still rewarding and exciting to play. And yeah, exactly. Individuals in some groups may want it, but writ large, most people seem to just want to chill and blast stuff with their friends, and that's the goal we'd like to aim for. Giga Chad Josh. Once again, how does he continually have these W's? I just don't understand. Well done, man. Well done. That was like a perfect response to people saying, oh, this is too easy. He's like, actually, it's not. And if you want something hard, go race to world first. What a legend. What an absolute legend.